Yeah, this is pretty much my dream job. I would like to make films all the time. I might be making a really big documentary here pretty soon. That'd be dope. I like making movies, films, commercials, anything with a video camera or a film camera. It's fun to create stuff. It's awesome. If I could do it every day, I would definitely. I think the very first project I can remember I ever did was a public service announcement that was going to be broadcast in New York, basically, for gay and lesbian teenagers who are, worried about coming out of the closet. And I came up with this idea of basically having a bunch of people doing truth or dare and little cartoon pop-up thought bubbles. And there are all these people sitting around, basically, they asked this girl, "Are you a lesbian?" And everyone's little thought bubbles showed in the room, and it was pretty dope. It won an award in London, actually. It was pretty fun, and it was easy because we scripted it out and plotted the whole thing, so it was nice. To compare that to something I've done more recently, it definitely was, well, I wouldn't say amateur because we had a really good team and that first one was really good, but nowadays the equipment that we use is probably smaller. That'd be the biggest difference. The camera I had back then was, like, boom, just huge, and now the camera we shoot with is like this big, so that makes the big difference. Um, Number one thing is project management. I mean, doing any sort of production, whether it's, run and gun or completely scripted and plotted, is you just got to be on point and know what you're doing. Otherwise, you're going to end up hurting later when you're in the editing bay and doing your post-production. Another thing that I've learned, that's kind of important is your professionalism. You know, and kind of dressing for the environment you're shooting. If you go shoot at a doctor's office, you wear a suit. If you are going to go shoot a skateboarding, competition or something, you go dress kind of like I am right now. It just depends. Um, Another thing would be kind of try to stick to your own deadlines. That's pretty important because you can shoot all day long and then be like, oh my god, I've now created a mountain of stuff I have to sort through. But yeah, that would be it. By the way, you got to pay me $500 for this. I could read your lips then. Freelancing cinematography is pretty cool, at least in a small community like Alaska or Anchorage, because if you're good, you get passed around like what's a good way to say it? You just get passed around a lot. One person, you do a project for one person, and five other people say they need gigs done or videos done, and you get referred to them. I do practically no advertising. There's other organizations online that you can sign up with that kind of send you work, and they're okay to work with, but they don't pay anything, compared to doing your own work. You can get a few $100 for a couple hours of work through them versus, doing stuff on your own. You can get a few $1,000s, which that's a huge difference. I pay all your bills for a couple months in a week, or, just get paid to have some fun. Either way, you're getting paid. But big problem with it is that you definitely need to have contracts, and contracts are very important. Contracts, lawyers, they're your friends, really. Whoever thought that would be the case? You get everything in writing. If you don't get it in writing, you will get screwed, period. Especially if you're younger. People will try to take advantage of you. So if you got in writing and they're like, oh, well, I don't think this or that, like, well, here's my lawyer's number. You can talk to him. That's really important. Usually if I was going to hire someone, I would look for them to be really reliable. And that's the biggest thing, you know. And you can teach anyone to do anything, but I'll tell you, because I do web design, I do graphic design, I do video, trying to find people that you can actually pass work off to get done for you and your clients is so hard. It is impossible to get that done. You know, and people just are unreliable. And if everyone was on point, they would make tons of money themselves. Let's see. It does help to be well-rounded when you're independent. And the film field, you know pretty much, have a good feeling of everything, whether it's motion graphics, cinematography, editing, all that. It's good to know, music even, but once you get in the higher levels, you definitely can be more specific about what you do. You know, just do one thing and you're good, and that's it. But when you're working for yourself, you pretty much need to know how to do everything yourself. And that is really important, which takes a lot of work to learn all these different programs and skill sets. And it's really hard to learn everything, but once you know it, you're the better for it. All right, peace. Love you. Bye. Nice seeing you, Chris. All right. Have a good one.